CyberPunk 2077. It's a game, but with it being on last-gen consoles, it's more like CyberPunk 2069. So I decided to see what all the fuss was about. While this video only covers about an hour of the gameplay, I'm still putting in a spoiler warning, just in case you haven't done a corpo run yet, and also, I just don't want to get yelled at in the comments, so if you don't want to get it spoiled, get the heck out of here, guy. I started off by picking easy, because I'm not try-harding for content. What do I look like? Tim the Tap Man? And like I said, we're going corpo, baby. Gotta make that money. How else am I gonna get a PS5? I contemplated for about 8 days on whether or not I wanted to make the sexiest bitch in Night City or a character so ugly the doctor smacked her mom when she was born. And I mean, come on, just look at her. This is the best looking lady I've ever seen. And yes, I did give this ogre a female voice just because, I mean, why not? It'll strike fear into the heart of children. Once I had her looking real good and scary, I gave her a peen so big Mark Wahlberg would be jealous, and I went on my merry way. Just kidding. Please don't demonetize me. Finally, with my look down, I had to make another hard decision. The attribute points. So I decided, if I was going to look like an ogre, I'm going full on Shrek. So I dumped all my points in the strength and reflexes, and a point in the cool because just like Shrek, I was going to be strong as an ox, nimbly bimbly, dumber than a bag of rocks, and then just cool enough for them to make 4 movies from DreamWorks. And now, with all that nonsense out of the way, it's time to get in the real meat and potatoes of this bad mamma jamma. Then I was faced with the real boss of this whole entire game. The RNG of the loading screen. Will it take a minute? Will it take 3 months? Who knows? Definitely not my PlayStation 4 that's halfway to New Mexico right now at 30,000 feet in the air. And then finally, after all that waiting, I awoken from my Xanax and Percocet slumber, threw up Taco Tuesday, and started to get a drink of water when my bestest buddy in the whole wide world, Jack, called. He didn't really want anything. Later, I had to go talk to Big Boss Man, but on the way I got stuck in the elevator with a couple of stiffs, so I had to show my dominance. I looked him square in the face and told him, "Hey, I am the most horrifying thing you will ever see in your life." I got to Big Boss Man's office. He killed some people via Zoom chat. He then started to complain about some lady and told me I had to come have a chat with him. At this point, fear struck. Him being Big Boss Man, me being sweet innocent V. I didn't know what he was going to ask me to do. He handed me a shard and told me I had to whack the lady he was complaining about. Oh, thank God, I thought you wanted me to suck your cock. Big Boss Man told me I can use his plane taxi, and this is where my virtual stiffy really arose. A plane that works as a taxi? I mean, come on, what is this, the Fifth Element? So I quickly went to my desk to get my inhaler. I grabbed that bad boy, took a big-ass rip, and I was on my way to see a plane so nice it would make the Wright brothers cream all over themselves. Once I was in, I decided I was going to take this bad boy and go show it to my bestest buddy in the whole wide world, Jack. So I grabbed some champ, laid back, and lived life. I decided I was going to look out the window to see Night City for what it really is, and at this point I realized this game isn't all that bad. Yes, it does have a lot of flaws, but CD Projekt Red really did try their hardest to give us something beautiful, and I respect the hell out of them for it. I interrupted a couple of guys' basketball game while I was landing the plane taxi. They weren't too happy about it, so I had to kick their asses and splash the nastiest three-pointer in their eyes. I stopped to take a peep before going to find Jack. Once I found Jack, to my dismay, I was horrified. This was Jack, but it wasn't Jack. It's like a poorly made sex doll of Jack. As I hid in the corner hoping he wouldn't find me, I saw the game for what it truly is. A buggy mess that was just completely a disaster. But Mama didn't raise no quitter, so I choked down my fear and went to go hang out with Jack. I was giving Jack the business when Big Boss Man 2.0 and his goons came up to me. It told me that I had been a bad boy. He took all my money and smacked me on my bare butt. Then he told me I was grounded and couldn't go out to play with Big Boss Man anymore. Good thing Jack was there though to back me up, because I was 100% sure they wanted me to suck their cock. Once they left, I got real scared and passed out. Then once again I was face to face with the loading screen from hell. I knew I had to do something, so I rose from my chair, pointed straight at my screen and told him, "Burn in hell, you son of a bitch." It didn't work. The next few weeks were kind of a blur. I think we beat up some guys and made some money, but I was way too drunk to even know what was going on. Finally, after sobering up, me and Jack got to our next job. Jack asked me if I wanted to do some training. I looked him square in the eyes and asked him, "Do I look like a bitch?" Then we got to work. On our way to our next job, we passed some lady who came out to see if her Uber Eats has arrived. Boy, was she surprised to see me and Jack out there waving our guns around. Inside the apartment, we found some dead chick, killed some guys, took all their stuff. Oh, and I also found this sweet-ass Kango hat, and I knew as soon as I put it on, I was totally getting some tonight. Once everyone was dead, we found our girl, but I'm pretty sure she had her kidneys stolen, but then again, I'm not a doctor, so I don't know. We decided to call her an ambulance, and they said they'd be there in just a second and to meet them out on the terrace. I think it was a prank phone call, though, because they never showed up. So thinking quick on my feet, I knew I only had one option. Murder Suey. That didn't work. Okay, let's try it again. Why aren't they here yet? Okay, well, maybe Murder Suey will work this time. No? What the fuck? Okay, third time's the charm. Where the hell are these guys? This is the worst response time ever. What was that? Watch Dogs Legions is done downloading? Oh, thank God. Yeah, let's just go do that. Alright, let's be honest. That was hot dookie. But to say this game is terrible, it's just an insult. Yes, CD Projekt Red should have known that this game was going to be terrible on a last-gen console that has dust on it older than my car. But, you know, they've been working on this for years, and they wanted everyone to have an awesome new type of open-world RPG. That shouldn't go unrecognized. I definitely think this game is a 4 out of 10 on majority of consoles, but I mean, come on. Is it any worse than Fallout 70 Dicks? Yeah, if you're playing this on a high-quality PC, none of this really matters to you, and I hope you like the game. But if you're like me and you bought it on a last-gen console, I'm sorry. But you know, why not give it another go? You never know, it could be worth it. The glitches, while they are pretty psychotic, are actually fucking hilarious. And they did come out with an update recently, and in my opinion, it does make the game run a lot smoother, even though there are still a lot of bugs. But then again, what do I really know? I never went to college. Alright, I'm going back to bed. I'll see you guys in the next one. Love you. Fuck, I didn't even talk about Kanu! Baby, I'm a smooth loving man. I like to walk with my feet down the street, yeah.